So I am doing this video because once again there is a debate which is happening with regards to Adhikara and non-Adhikara in spiritual practices. Intermittently, every 2 months, this debate erupts on Twitter, and then everybody just keeps on, casting aspersions on the other party, and this is what happens. Not that this video will put the debate at rest, but I have some observations through my own spiritual practice which I have done over the years. It's a little complex. First of all, as far as mantra anushthan is concerned, if there is a bij mantra and you are doing an anusthana of that mantra, then please understand that your anusthana is for a very specific objective, which could mean even the siddhi of the mantra, okay, which is a proper objective. It's an objective driven. A mantra anushtana is objective driven. Siddhi of the mantra is also a very specific objective. Now, when it comes to that, and there is a bij mantra involved in that particular mantra, then you need to take the mantra from somebody who is an authority to give you that mantra. Okay. I have also observed people doing mantra anushtana without of bij mantras also without having any diksha or adhikara on that, but nothing has gone wrong for them. All right. So this fear mongering which is happening that everything will go topsy turvy in your life is not necessarily so. If you are destined to, then yes, and even if the mantra has created a topsy turvy in your life and you are so attached to the divine that all the other attachments do not matter to you, so it will not even matter to you. Okay. Now, as far as stotras are concerned, like for example, the Vishnu Sahasranam or the Lalita Sahasranam, there is a debate that these also should not be done without a proper adhikara. Now, there are myriads of people over the years, over generations, who have been doing so, and nothing has gone wrong for them. Without the adhikara, they have been doing, and nothing has gone wrong for them. There are people who say the Atharva Sirsha cannot be done by lay people. Please understand, whole of Maharashtra during Ganpati festival and even beyond that, they do the Ganpati Atharva Sirsha in a very passionate manner and yet have not faced any trauma because of that. So please understand that these are, there is proof of the pudding also which you need to take into consideration. If a mantra is being done for just the happiness of the devata and giving you a certain kind of a spiritual discipline in your life, and your objective is just the unhindered blessings of the goddess or the god, then in that case you can do the mantra even without a proper conveying of the mantra to you. Okay. Now, having said all of these discussions, I would feel or say is futile, because please understand that these mantras or the stotras or whatever they are divine texts. They are divine texts, they are sacred words, and all of that. And human beings do not have the authority to control them, or human beings don't have at least the generation that we are in, we are not in a situation where we can say that this is how it is in a firm manner. Because to be very frank with you and honest with you, today even adhikaras are got with money. There are people who pay good sums of money to become Mahamandaleshwar of certain pithas. Okay. So those things are also in the news, and we know what is the corruption which is there in the hierarchy of adhikaras also. Okay, so when everything is corrupt, then please understand nobody has the um, satta, or nobody has the power to tell you that this is the only way that it should be done. Also, when the situation is that Hinduism is a and the followers of Hinduism who are born into Hinduism are pretty confused and non-practicing, I'm saying non-practicing Hindus are pretty confused, and they are away as far as they can be from the rituals, etc. It is in order to get them into the fold, if they are doing some mantra or if they are doing some stotra, do not discourage them, because when all of these fear mongering happens, they will run away. As it is also, the wokes, the liberals, etc., they have enough and all ammunition to cast aspersions on the Sanatan Dharma. Okay, so if these things becomes so stringent and it is not democratized, then the the practices will stop. Also, one pertinent point that I feel is these, as I was saying, that these texts, these words are of the divine, then let the divine decide who has the adhikara to do the practice and who doesn't have the adhikara. Through my experience, I am saying that there are people who have got the adhikara, in the sense that they were very properly ordained to do certain things, and they weren't able to continue, they weren't able to sustain, they weren't able to do any kind of sustained kind of a sadhana of the mantra or the stotra or the adhikara that they have received. Okay, I personally know of a Muslim person who does the Devi Mahatmya, and has been doing that for the past 20 years now. So, where and how is the adhikara coming? Please understand that. And people who have the so called adhikara have not been able to read 2 pages of the Devi Mahatmya sitting straight. Okay, forget long sustained periods of sadhana, they were not able to even continue it for a couple of months. So it's the divine who decides, is what I feel. She or he will make you ready, and if you are able to do prolonged and sustained sadhana, then you have definitely the adhikara to do it. If you have fallen through in your adhikara, sorry, even fallen through in your sustained sadhana, and you have not been able to continue, or some or the other thing has happened, and you are not able to do a particular mantra or a stotra, which means you don't have the divine ordinance for it. Simple. So these texts, these mantras, these scriptures, these words are the divine, and let the divine decide who has the adhikara and who doesn't have the adhikara. I would say trust the divine to do so. Trust in it. Om Namah Shivaya.